Hey, how's it going, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to talk some very interesting news. There were some rumors circulating that Horizon Zero Dawn, the Guerrilla Games developed PlayStation 4 exclusive, might be heading to PC, and I initially thought that rumor was ridiculous. Sony has shown no real interest in bringing their games to PC, outside of games like Detroit Become Human, which was a second-party exclusive, and if you count games being playable through PlayStation Now, otherwise, you're not seeing PlayStation exclusives come to Steam or any platforms like that. However, with the recent successes of Microsoft games being available on PC, them selling very well, it is a legitimate question to raise, and now Jason Schreier has chimed in, and it looks like there might be some validity to that rumor. We'll talk a little bit about that. Also, a bunch of free stuff is coming. Ironsight, a free-to-play first-person shooter, will be coming to Steam very soon, and then you'll be able to get 12 free PC games very soon. That will be happening through the Epic Games Store, and it'll be kicking off this Thursday. We'll be going over that at the end of this video. But first up, let's talk all about Horizon Zero Dawn possibly coming to PC. A Twitter user tweeted Jason Schreier noting, "Jason, any way you could put to bed the rumors of Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC?" I would imagine that a tweet like that would come to Jason Schreier, and Jason Schreier would immediately shut it down. He's usually on point with all of his reports. Schreier just noted, "I cannot put that rumor to bed." Then, the original asker of the question noted, "Do you think it's a possibility then?" And Schreier just said, "I do." Now, take that with a grain of salt at this point. However, Schreier teasing something like that, usually there's gonna be some validity to something like that. Now, who knows if this would be a game that would be released on Steam, or if Epic Games is trying to sweeten the pot with something. You know, at this point, EGS is losing a little bit of its steam. I don't know what kind of exclusivity agreements that they've really announced that have gotten people super excited outside of The Wolf Among Us 2, but if they suddenly worked out an agreement with Sony and they were paying big money for Sony exclusives to come to PC through Epic Games Store, and maybe just start an overall partnership with Epic Games, because let me offer you this, Godfall just got announced, and at this point, that is noted to be a PlayStation 5 and PC exclusive. No word on an Xbox release, so what if it is like a I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of deal? You know, they'll make some exclusives for PS5, maybe they won't release it on the next Xbox, I don't know, that's just speculation on my part, but I think a partnership like that would be very beneficial to both sides. I think at this point, EGS does need some heavy hitters to come to the Epic Games Store to get people to use that storefront, because again, based on what I see announced, Wolf Among Us Season 2 is cool. But I think what EGS really needs is you need some full-on exclusives, games that are not ultimately going to come out on Steam, because at this point, there are so many games available, and I just don't know how many people are going to be swayed over to use EGS for a specific game when you do know that that game is ultimately going to be on Steam sometime down the line, and you can play a billion other games while you wait. For the people that do really want their games on Steam, there are obviously certain outliers where the game is just so big where people will use Epic Games Store. A game like Borderlands 3 definitely fits the bill, but I don't know the gravitas of games such as Control and Shenmue 3. I played Control on the Epic Games Store, but I am absolutely in the minority of being a big fan of Remedy Entertainment and being like, okay, I'll use the Epic Games Store to play Control. I don't think the majority of you guys were in that same boat. However, if a Horizon Zero Dawn came to PC, I think a lot of people would use the Epic Games Store. If a God of War came to PC, I think a lot of people would use the Epic Games Store. And again, if you add in the fact that this could be a way for Sony and Epic Games to both benefit. If a game like Godfall is going to be console exclusive to the PS5, why not do some style of deals like that? Because I think it's not going to sway that many people against getting a PlayStation 5 if they know that at some point exclusives do come to PC, because let's be real, Horizon Zero Dawn has been out for 3 years. Even if it's a 1-year exclusivity period on the PlayStation platform and then it comes to PC through the Epic Games Store, a ton of people would still buy a console just to play the game on console. I mean, you still see Xbox platforms sell pretty well. There seems to be a lot of hype surrounding the next Xbox, and we know that all of their first-party games are going to be available on PC. Some sort of agreement between EGS and Sony, now that I think about it, does make a lot of sense. I know that would upset a lot of people thinking about all these Sony exclusives coming to PC and then being Epic Games Store exclusive, but if that's what it takes, you know, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, and that's actually Epic Games offering value outside of just straight monetary value into acquiring certain IPs for their own platform. I think it would be beneficial to all parties involved. We'll see how that pans out, but again, take it as a rumor for now. The whole Epic Games Store talk is just my speculation, but honestly, I do think it would be a little bit strange if Steam was the one to have a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, and then suddenly you have a platform that has Horizon Zero Dawn and Halo being marketed together. It'd be freaking awesome, don't get me wrong, just would be a little bit strange. But hey, I would love that. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to note that starting this Thursday, and speaking of the Epic Games Store, you will be able to get 12 free PC games, and Epic has been handing out free games all year, which makes it one of the cooler PC storefronts out there from that standpoint. The program began as a bi-weekly incentive to get buyers into their store, but has quickly ramped up to a weekly pace, and now Epic has some big plans for the holidays. Starting December 19th, Epic will give away one free game per day for 12 days. The promotion coincides with Epic's holiday sale, so it'll be running from December 19th to January 1st, so that's spanning 14 days, but they will be giving out 12 days. I imagine there will be a couple of off days. We don't have any details on what games will be offered, but we already know The Wolf Among Us is available free right now, and I would highly recommend you guys to check that out. Even if you hate using EGS, Wolf Among Us is a tremendous narrative-driven title, and we know that Wolf Among Us Season 2 is happening, so not a bad time to check out the first title. So be on the lookout for that, and I will give you guys an update as soon as we know what the games will exactly be. And lastly, I do want to note that Ironsight, a free-to-play title, will be making its way over to Steam come December 18th. Duty calls in the battle for Earth's last resources, and list now explosive FPS multiplayer action. Join an elite force and fight exhilarating battles, play competitively with your friends, claim your perch atop the leaderboard, and become the Ironsight legend you were destined to be. It's a first-person shooter free-to-play title, received relatively decently. Just wanted to make note of that coming to Steam as well for some of you guys to check out. I don't know what the reception for that is going to be, but hey, more free-to-play titles on Steam isn't a bad thing. If you guys want to check it out, you can do so for free, and then go from there if you do want to invest into it, because I'm sure this is a game that does feature microtransactions and whatever the case may be. That's going to conclude this video. Definitely let me know what you guys think, and very curious on this. Would you use the Epic Games Store to play games like Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War? Would that be what gets you over the edge in terms of playing games on EGS? Honestly, I could see that being a winning formula for a lot of people. Could you imagine games like God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn having PC-centric features? That just would be out of this world. Also, speaking of Epic Games Store, 12 free games starting this Thursday, and Ironsight, a free-to-play first-person shooter, will be coming to Steam on December 18th. That's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.